My earliest memory is the day after my 6th birthday, standing in the queue of our local Royal Bank of Scotland branch, waiting to open my first savings account with my birthday money. It was a hot summer's day, well as hot as Scotland gets, and I was waiting with my dad. There were lots of people in the small space, and I remember feeling too hot. I started to notice just how warm I'd become and how many people there were. I had a cold sweat all over, and I started to feel lightheaded. There was a fuzzy noise in my ears, and tunnel vision had started. I wanted out of the queue. My dad was getting annoyed at how I was reacting. I tried to calm down, but I couldn't breathe. I felt sick. Next thing, I blacked out. I've suffered with panic attacks since I was wee. For years, I felt that it was just that I didn't like being too hot, and not that my being too hot was a reaction to feeling anxious in a situation. Whether it was on stage at my singing recital, sitting trapped in the corner in a restaurant or on a busy bus to school, I felt a panic coming on. I needed to get out of that situation and find a cool, quiet place. The nearest bathroom worked wonders so I could pass out in peace. As I grew up, I became more and more anxious, but I learned to hide it. I became known for finding all bathrooms within a 2-minute radius. As a teenager, I learned to be loud, crazy, and embrace my weird, or at least on the outside. I was geek chic, controlled rebel, and socially awkward but cool. But ultimately, I was hiding behind a wall. I really struggled as a teenager, sometimes just trying to breathe. My papa died, my mum and dad split messily, and then my Aunt Jackie died, all within a few years. At this point, I was acting full time, no longer able to feel me. It felt like I was becoming a mirror when sober and an uncontrollable storm when I get drunk. As I grew into my 20s, I'd close myself off from people. I really struggled with who I really was, having put on an act to hide how I was really feeling for so long. It became easier not to speak to anyone at all, because I didn't know what lie I'd shown to who. I had a core group of people that I could break down in front of, but I only opened up when I'd been drinking, as it took away some of the anxiety and the fear. I continued to suffer with panic attacks and anxiety without help. It's easy to look back now and see that I was suffering with these things, but at the time I was either numb or in a state of panic. I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety at 26. I've spent my whole life trying to fit into what counts as normal and trying to show everyone that I was in control and I can handle it all. I was actively trying to help and support everyone around me and desperately trying to conceal the cracks. My GP suggested that medication was the first step for me, and once the medication kicked in, I started to feel it all change. I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped stopping. I started eating healthily, opening up to people, and got out of unhealthy relationships, including the job I had at the time. I made a vow that I'd think of myself first and ask for help, even when it came to the wee things, knowing that the people closest to me wouldn't feel burdened. I'm proud of myself, and it's taken 27 years for me to say that. Every day I struggle, but talking about it out loud really helps. I have no words of wisdom or get out of jail free cards when it comes to mental health issues. It's difficult, there are no shortcuts, and it's not always a straight path out. All I can say is that talking is a start. You may have never suffered with a mental health issue or may think you never will, but I'd say that to everyone, you should consciously and continually speak out about how you feel. When someone asks, "How are you?" take it as someone actually wanting to know how you are, not just an automated part of small talk they may need to talk to. Open up for 5 minutes each day to someone at work, a friend on the phone, a friend online, a family member over a cuppa. Don't let your feelings go unchecked. Each day I learn something new to be thankful for. That is through speaking with people and opening up. The load on my shoulders and the weight in my head and heart has lifted, and my mum, my boyfriend, my sister, my friend helped me handle it. So do be scared, do feel sad, do feel every emotion that pops up, the good, the bad, the ugly. Just make sure to share those emotions, and if you don't understand them at any point, just don't be alone.